Have you ever felt that relentless tug pushing you to be tougher, stronger, more resilient? Yet deep down, you sense the shadow of exhaustion creeping in. You're striving for mental fortitude, but the line between pushing your limits and pushing yourself to the brink feels impossibly thin. What if true mental strength isn't about an endless grind, but about cultivating a deep, sustainable power that protects you from burnout? Today, we're going to explore how to forge that kind of unbreakable mental toughness, one that thrives on wisdom, not just willpower. This isn't about ignoring your limits, but understanding them, honoring them, and transforming them into a wellspring of enduring strength. You'll discover a path to resilience that actually sustains you. Beyond the grind. Redefining true mental toughness. Many of us envision mental toughness as an iron will, a relentless push through discomfort, a refusal to ever give up. We picture someone impervious to stress, always driving forward. But what if that very image is setting us up for failure and exhaustion? True mental toughness isn't about never feeling weak. It's about understanding and responding wisely when you do. It's not about being a rigid oak tree that snaps in a storm, but a flexible willow that bends, then springs back stronger. It's resilience blended with profound self-awareness and self-compassion. I remember a young entrepreneur, let's call him Alex, who prided himself on working 16-hour days, fueled by coffee and sheer determination. He believed every moment not spent grinding was a moment wasted. He'd tell himself, tough people don't take breaks. For a while, he seemed invincible, making incredible progress. But then, the cracks began to show. His decisions became impulsive, his temper short, his focus fractured. He wasn't just tired, he was unraveling. His toughness was a facade, burning through his internal reserves at an unsustainable rate, ultimately leading to a complete breakdown. The profound lesson here is that sustainability is the bedrock of true strength. Alex learned, through painful experience, that ignoring his body's and mind's signals wasn't toughness, it was self-sabotage. Mental toughness isn't about suppressing your vulnerability, it's about acknowledging it and building systems around yourself that honor your human limits, allowing you to recover, adapt, and then engage with renewed vigor. It's about building a sturdy ship, not just pushing a leaky one harder. For 1 week, observe your self-talk. When you feel tired or overwhelmed, what's the first thought that comes to mind? Is it push harder or listen to what my body needs? Just observe, without judgment. This awareness is the first step towards rewriting your script of what mental toughness truly means for you. The strategic power of intentional rest. In our fast-paced world, rest is often seen as a luxury, a reward for hard work, or even worse, a sign of weakness. We glorify busyness, and the idea of doing nothing can trigger guilt. Yet, cutting-edge research in neuroscience and peak performance consistently shows that strategic rest is not just beneficial, it's essential for building and sustaining mental toughness. It's during these periods of downtime that your brain consolidates learning, processes emotions, and repairs itself, preparing you for the next challenge. Rest isn't the opposite of work, it's a vital part of it. Think of an elite athlete. Do they train 24/7? Absolutely not. Their training regimen is meticulously balanced with recovery periods, cross-training, sleep, and proper nutrition. They understand that pushing a fatigued body beyond its limits leads to injury, not greater strength. The same principle applies to your mind. Mental muscle, like physical muscle, grows stronger through a cycle of stress and recovery. Without recovery, you're not building strength, you're accumulating damage. I recall a conversation with a highly successful CEO. Her secret weapon wasn't a magic productivity hack, but a non-negotiable 2-hour deep rest block every afternoon. No meetings, no emails, just quiet reflection, a short walk, or sometimes even a 20-minute power nap. She told me, "It's not about what I lose by stopping. It's about what I gain in clarity, focus, and emotional regulation when I restart. It's my competitive advantage." She wasn't slowing down. She was strategically optimizing her mental resources. The profound insight here is that rest is an active strategy for building and sustaining mental toughness, not a passive concession to fatigue. It's an investment in your long-term capacity and resilience. Schedule at least one non-negotiable rest block into your next 3 days, even if it's just 30 minutes. This isn't about doing nothing. It's about intentionally disengaging from demanding tasks and allowing your mind to wander, to recharge, to simply be. What if you treated rest as a vital appointment you couldn't miss? If this idea of strategic rest resonates with you, hit that like button to let me know. Cultivating emotional awareness, your inner compass. Mental toughness is often mistakenly equated with suppressing emotions, especially difficult ones. We are told to suck it up or be strong by ignoring fear, frustration, or sadness. However, true strength lies not in suppressing these emotions, but in understanding them. Your emotions are data, valuable signals from your inner world. When you learn to listen to them, you gain an incredibly powerful inner compass that guides you away from burnout and towards sustainable well-being. This is where emotional intelligence intersects with resilience. Consider the story of a rock climber facing a challenging ascent. A novice might ignore their fear, pushing blindly forward, increasing the risk of a fall. A truly tough and experienced climber doesn't ignore the fear. They acknowledge it. They ask, "What is this fear telling me? Is it a warning about my technique or just performance anxiety?" They use that emotional data to make a strategic decision, reevaluate the next move, find a safer handhold, or perhaps even decide it's not the day to attempt that particular climb. Their toughness isn't fearlessness, it's the ability to process fear and respond intelligently. The deep lesson is that emotional awareness is a superpower. By understanding your emotional triggers, your stress signals, and your true needs, you prevent yourself from driving off a cliff. You learn to recognize the early warning signs of fatigue, overwhelm, or frustration before they spiral into burnout. This ability to tune in to your inner state allows you to proactively adjust your course rather than reactively collapsing under pressure. It's like having a sophisticated dashboard for your mind. Practice a daily emotional check-in. For just 2 minutes each day, close your eyes and ask yourself, "What am I feeling right now, emotionally and physically?" Don't try to change anything, just observe. Name the emotions, acknowledge the sensations. This simple practice builds your inner compass, helping you navigate challenges with greater wisdom. The art of no, protecting your energy reserves. In a world that constantly demands more of us, the ability to say no is not just an act of self-preservation, it's a profound declaration of self-respect and a cornerstone of mental toughness. We often feel compelled to say yes to every request, every opportunity, every perceived obligation, fearing we'll miss out, disappoint others, or appear uncommitted. But every yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities or capacity is a no to your own well-being and energy reserves. Learning to strategically decline is a skill that directly prevents burnout. Imagine Sarah, a dedicated professional, always willing to take on extra projects, volunteer for committees, and help colleagues, even when her plate was already overflowing. She believed saying no would make her seem unhelpful or weak. She was well liked, but constantly exhausted, juggling too many responsibilities and seeing her own work quality decline under the strain. Eventually, she realized she was constantly borrowing from her future self, incurring a massive energy debt. Her yes was becoming a whisper of no to her own health and potential. The profound insight is that saying no isn't about being unhelpful. It's about being selectively helpful and powerfully effective in the areas that truly matter. It protects your most valuable asset, your energy and focus. When you learn to decline gracefully, you create space for the activities that nourish you, that genuinely contribute to your goals, and that truly allow you to bring your best self forward. It's about setting boundaries that ensure your reservoir of mental strength remains full. One commitment or request you've recently felt pressured to say yes to, but deep down you knew it wasn't right for you. Practice saying no or negotiating a different term, even if it's just in your head for now. Try a phrase like, "I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now." Or, "My current focus is X, so I won't be able to dedicate the energy it deserves." What's one thing you need to let go of this week to protect your energy? Share in the comments below. So, as we bring our conversation to a close, remember this. Building mental toughness isn't about becoming an unfeeling machine, impervious to life's challenges. It's about becoming profoundly human, deeply aware, and strategically wise. It's about redefining strength not as endless striving, but as sustainable resilience, the capacity to bend without breaking, to rest without guilt, and to return to your challenges with renewed purpose and energy. True toughness is an act of self-care, a profound commitment to your own enduring well-being. May you find the courage to nurture your inner strength, not by relentlessly pushing, but by wisely replenishing. Your journey towards an unbreakable mind begins not with more effort, but with deeper understanding and kinder action towards yourself.